Hey friends, well I guess you can tell by the title what this video is about. I've made the difficult decision to stop making videos. I started this channel 5 years ago because I had some free time during the pandemic and I thought I had something to offer in the budget cooking space. I wanted to focus on using affordable whole foods to make delicious recipes and present them in a beautiful way that kind of honored the ingredients I was using. I know it sounds a little funny when you say it that way, but if you're a longtime viewer of mine, I know that you know exactly what I mean. When you don't have a lot of money to spend on groceries, you really do appreciate each and every ingredient that you have. I think my favorite video that I ever did was this time where I ate for a week for $5. And the reason I liked it so much is just because I made so many discoveries of foods that I would gladly eat again. I just couldn't believe I could make such delicious foods for so little money. During that same video, I was trying to recreate a beloved recipe from Shakey's Pizza for the Mojo potatoes. I had remembered eating those as a teenager, and so I tried to recreate those and they turned out so good. I think that they ended up being the most delicious potatoes that I've ever made on my channel. They were just that good and they were a dead ringer for the original. I'm sure other creators probably say this, but I do really think that I've got some of the best viewers. We've created a really nice space where we come together and share a passion for good food. I know for me, when I'm in the kitchen cooking, and especially when I'm cooking something for you, it's just so relaxing for me, and it's a nice escape from all of the busyness and chaos of the world. Recently, I was in my own chaos of moving, and I remember the first time I got back into my kitchen to cook for you. It just felt so comforting. And so, as much as an escape as my channel has been maybe for you, just know that it's also been the same thing for me, and I will miss it greatly, just as I'll miss you. One of my goals for the new year is to slow my life down, and that's just not possible for me to do while I'm still making videos. I did just want to talk briefly about some other considerations that I've been thinking about, besides the fact that I just do need a really long mental break from this constant go. One of the creators in this space that I watched when I first started recently went out of business. Her channel just kept getting smaller and smaller, and finally she just stopped making videos. And there have been other creators in this space, in fact creators that are much larger than myself, people even that have over 1 million subscribers, that have made videos about how viewership is declining on their channels. And I think a lot of reason for that is all of the AI generated videos that are just flooding the market. A lot of people don't even realize that they're AI generated because it looks like someone's actually cooking. But AI has just gotten so good that it can create multiple videos a day for a channel. With all of those videos flooding the market, it's just taking viewership away from the real human beings that are still cooking. So that's been discouraging. Those are other factors that have had me considering this option, even if it weren't for, the fact that I'm just completely exhausted. I've been wrestling with this idea for the last few weeks, and I'm finally at peace with making this decision. I know that as one year closes and another begins, it's time for me to slow down my life. It's hard because I have made attachments with many of you. I never thought as a creator I would feel this way, but leaving is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. I've spoken to many of you weekly for the past 5 years. That's a long time. And I have felt so honored to have the support of so many of you for so long. Honestly, it's kept me in this a lot longer than I would have otherwise. I'm sharing with you some of the favorite meals that I made over these last few years, and I have to say I think my all-time favorite food to cook when money is tight is Mexican food, just because I've made so many super cheap meals using just these few main ingredients. And this was migas that I made, and I enjoy migas for breakfast or dinner. Basically, it's just eggs and cheese and tortillas, and then whatever toppings you have. Here I had cilantro and also avocado. And then you serve this alongside some tortillas and beans. And it's just so comforting. Meals like this were the epitome of my channel. You're just taking basic ingredients, but you're making something that felt so fancy and it felt restaurant quality without all of the expense. Speaking of restaurants, remember when I made these cheese enchiladas? I was trying to recreate them from my favorite restaurant. These turned out so good, and they came in at less than 75 cents each at that time, and that included the sour cream. One of my favorite recipes that I made were these homemade bagels. I could not believe how easy these were to make. I think I made these in a $5 video that I did. I think I was trying to get 9 meals for $5. And anyway, I used these to make bagel sandwiches with eggs, and these were delicious. They came, I think, from an old Weight Watcher 3-ingredient recipe. Most of you know that I am a complete veg head. I love vegetables, which is why they were featured so prominently on my channel. Here I'm showing a vegetable soup with dumplings that I made, I think last year. It was simple but delicious. Over the years, I've made a ton of chickpea recipes, and I had thought it would be nice to make some compilation videos, and I don't know, maybe I still will. I guess I'll see how it goes after I've had some time off. If you stay as a subscriber, you will know if I do release any videos in the future. Thank you for being part of this journey. What started as budget cooking turned into something much more meaningful. As I step away, I just want to say thank you for the kindness, support, and community you helped to create. I wish you all the best and many nourishing but budget-friendly meals to come.
Morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my